Central Park trees covered in snow. Over the Hudson, the sunset glows.
The smell of halal and jasmine rice. The creep on the corner don't look so nice. Now he's pooping, why I don't know. Life's full of mysteries, now it's time for the show.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Tori.
You sound so natural.
Thank you.
You should go into the showbiz.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, but now how are you, really?
Fine.
Aren't you
As St. John's goes, I go.
So aren't you awesome?
Oh, that's a risky way to live your life because teams go up and down.
They do. But
And
this
it's
year you're
unpredictable.
going up.
Unbelievable.
You're going up.
So for those of you who have not paid attention to March Madness, this is last Sunday, St. John's. Yes, moved on to the next round. So there we go. Final buzzer beater by
Amazing.
Dylan Darling.
And so, of course, I'm not
Yeah.
what you call a big St. John's fan. I'm a fan
Yes.
now, thanks to you, but I'm
Okay.
not following closely, but
Yeah.
I did know they were playing.
Yes.
And I looked at one point, like in the halftime, and I was like, oh, they're crushing it.
Yes.
And then what happened? Why was it 2 point?
Yeah, they fell apart a little bit in the second half, and it came down to the final shot where this guy really just took the game in his own hands and just drove down a real gutsy player,
What's his name?
Dylan Darling.
Dylan Darling. did you say that?
Yes, he's the point guard, the white fellow on the team.
Okay.
They have two, I guess. 3, 4, yes. But
Look at you counting. That was
yeah,
beautiful.
well, no, 2 are Greek and 1 is Portuguese, and then there's Dylan Darling.
Are they Greek because their coach used to coach in
He
Greece?
did, yeah, probably.
Okay.
He was banished from the United States.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I want to talk about that. I like the Patino story, but okay.
it's a great story. But
But that's not the focus. Tonight the story is
success so far. We'll see what
Johnnies.
happens this week.
Johnnies.
But I actually will say I have a little bit of I always feel like there's a little bit of not a dark side when you watch these games.
yeah.
Like because like they're making actually for once the players are getting paid, right?
Fine. Yeah.
Yes, which is good. So that's good. But like I always feel a little bit of like, I don't know what the word is, but just a little bit of a down.
Nostalgia from your days playing basketball. Where was it? Duke?
Yeah, yes. No, but like when I just feel so they're getting paid and they're not just being used just they're not being used and discarded like they used to be.
But are you worried that they've peaked right now? That
Well,
life is only
okay,
going to get worse?
like that guy, I'm sure that guy will have a nice life.
Okay.
But like clearly that's the highlight of his life.
Right. Okay.
And
so
will
you
be.
think this is early. It's like being a child star that you're like, it's all downhill from here.
How does it get better than that? Like we
Yeah.
go to the Garden to watch these St. John's games. There's 19,000 people there chanting and like you dunk and like how does it get better than that?
Right. Right.
You know?
Unless you make it to the pros.
The
and
odds are
you're a
minuscule.
star. Yeah.
Like minuscule. Like there's one guy in their team who is probably going to get drafted second round who's great. And so he'll play in the pros probably. And some of them maybe will play in Europe or who knows. But like, this is a real high moment early on in life.
Yeah. Oh, and you're sad for them.
A little bit. I mean, and they're getting paid, so I feel okay about that. But I do, in the back of my mind, there is a bit of like, I feel like, these kids getting used by the system.
Oh, no, but that's terrible because this is what these kids have spent their lives wanting to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I see it, but I feel like let them take that glory. Let them put that on their resume.
Right.
Let them head out to a job in another line of work and
It's just tough to
come back
match
to
up.
reunions someday.
To me.
The dream team back together again.
So that's St. John's.
So how were you on the edge of your seat at the end of the game?
Fantastic. Yes, fantastic. I was stressed out because from my history of watching St. John's, it has really never gone well. Like, it's been a lot of flat years and a dip, and they haven't, the last couple of years have been great. But like, I'm not used to success. Let's put it that way.
Right. This is the best they've done in.
And I just assumed, like, they're always if they're winning, I assume they're going to find a way to lose. But this time they found a way to win, and so we'll see what happens against Duke.
Yeah.
So that's
congratulations.
Yes.
And my honey is like, oh, Phil is pretty much like St. John's the Baptist. He's like, he's proselytizing.
No, it's, last year I drove to the campus to get, we've been to some games there. To stalk
one of the players?
No, I went to get to the gift shop. But,
I remember you talking about this. You had to go to campus?
No, well, they sell shirts at some of the games, or I guess online and stuff, but I just, whatever. And, it's a very, like, this is not, like going to Michigan or Notre Dame or something, it's
they're
like
not prepared for
they
this.
don't have football. Like and the arena, the campus like arena is like not that great.
Yeah.
It's crazy, super Catholic. And
you think it's going to bring money in?
They have plenty of money.
Oh, okay.
They have this like alumnus.
Oh, right. They've got some billionaire alumnus or something.
I mean, the campus itself looks like it's like 59th and 3rd. It's like
Bloomingdale's. What?
No, actually maybe 10
Magnolia
blocks off
Bakery,
there.
huh?
No, it looks like every every building is just like a post-war, like just like built in the 70s New York.
Yep.
It's not like an Ivy League looking kind of place.
Yeah.
And so but good for them. And there we are, the eyes of the nation.
Let's live in the moment.
Let's live in the moment,
in the excitement and the thrill, and hope that these kids are feeling the buzz.
Yes.
And the opportunity ahead of them.
Okay.
That's
all right.
good. Great.
We'll be right back.
They're playing basketball
all around the world. To the beach, y'all. Let's go. All around the world. Y'all know this is so that. To the beach, y'all. Yeah.
Now basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. I keep it so fresh on the microphone. I like no interruption when the game is on. I like slam dunk to take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go.
Oh, we're back. But so good news. Actually, on Sunday, we got a fortuitous phone call from a friend of ours who happened to be in Atlantic City last weekend, and said, I'm in Atlantic City. She had to be there there was some sort of, her daughter does fencing, and there was some kind of youth fencing tournament.
Oh, cool.
Otherwise,
I was
why
a
would you go?
back in the day.
You were?
Why? Yeah. Why else would someone go to Atlantic City? Is that your question?
No one, unless you need like a crack, like or hookers
or other kinds of addictions.
But anyway, so
she placed a bet for you.
Well, no, she knows that I am a big fan of this like sub shop there.
Oh,
and she called and
that's
said,
another reason to go.
Yes, it's literally the one restaurant, if you can call it that. That's open, and so she said, "Can I bring you back some subs?"
Oh, wow!
So that was nice. So we had subs for the St. John's game on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, Atlantic City subs for the St. John. This is heaven.
I mean, there's this place in Atlantic City, the White House.
Did you take the bus? Because they probably taste better if you've taken that Atlantic City bus.
Yeah. If you survive the bus ride,
and then it gets through Port Authority with the
even better
flavor from the
yes, the fumes. So she brought us a sub.
Oh, so nice.
But back to get Atlantic City, and we went there. I drove my kids there maybe like last year, or they had a day off, and we just drove there in the middle of the week on like a Tuesday. And if you have like a mental disorder, I don't recommend it, especially on a rainy day. It's in Atlantic. Imagine then I started thinking about urban planning. This is my urban planning episode.
Thank you for the heads up.
Sure.
Okay,
so
I'm ready.
If you have never been to Atlantic City or haven't been there in a long time, it's basically like if you built a city and just like removed the people, like built actual like skyscraper looking things, right? and just a neutron bomb,
took
just like,
everyone
and
out.
took all the commerce and people away, and then just left it to its own devices
To fall into the ocean.
to rot. I mean, so it's just like a rotting, like shell of like
And so where's all that casino money going?
there's no economic there's no actual like economic activity.
Yeah.
You can walk there in the middle of the week. There's no foot traffic.
nobody,
There's no
yeah.
stores. There's like literally this sub shop is the one, and then vacant casinos. And I mean, it's unbelievable. And but what I was thinking was that an example of that's poor urban planning, I would say, right? Because the idea behind
Well, that's sort of a misuse of funds, right? I mean, the idea was that this was all the money was gonna pour back into Atlantic City. So
Yeah.
you may not remember this, but you and I went to Atlantic City a
don't.
million years ago.
yeah.
Because the woman who'd raised me had moved to Atlantic City
Yeah.
and had bought some property
Okay.
and was trying to help kids, not go to jail and give them
Right.
trades. And the casinos really wanted to buy her house, so she sort of wound up getting a lot of money for one property. But you wanted to interview someone who was down there. But what I remember
Yeah.
is we met up in a casino,
Yeah.
and I think I must have been 21 by then. But I went to the ATM.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, I need some money, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, I'm going to take out $50, and the machine shot out a $50 bill,
Yeah.
and then I said, I was
Yeah.
like, I will never gamble.
Right.
I will never gamble because that's so mean.
Yeah.
Like anyone who has a modicum of
Right.
You can't save $20. You can't put money aside. If they give you a 50, you're like, I'm going to cash it all in for
Right.
chips. I just thought that was so evil.
It's evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and the basic premise of the entire like casino era Atlantic City was like, this is going to
This
be
is
a
the
great
best
idea.
thing that's ever happened to New Jersey. Exactly.
And it turned out to be a fucking
Yeah.
terrible idea.
And it's not the Hurricane Sandy problem. Like it's long before Hurricane Sandy. Oh my God.
terrible idea. There's a vacant. They built the Revel Casino.
Oh, yeah.
a couple years ago.
It was-
and just vacant, like a
Really?
vacant, like just skyscraper.
I have to say we've gone down there to see comedians or comedians.
yeah, they have
Like,
shows.
they have shows.
Yeah,
They try to make them. I mean, Vegas is now all family friendly.
right.
For much of it. Atlantic City, that
No.
hasn't worked out.
No one ever came with a good plan for that.
Yeah.
I thought I had a decent plan, which
What was
was
your plan?
you use it as like a backdrop for like super like depressing movies. Like you just you
And they're what? I mean, Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
Yeah.
'Cause,
There we go. Number one.
I mean, on a bleak day, you can't go better.
Dystopian
Yeah,
America.
can't get
Okay.
better. You can't get more depressing than like that Atlantic City boardwalk on a rainy day.
And so you were like, "Hey kids, you have the day off. What can we do? I have an idea.
Let's go to Atlantic City. I left him there.
What if you had competing sub shops down there? What if everything was a sub shop?
Yeah, good.
Would that be?
Well, but it got me thinking that this Atlantic City is not the only example of poor urban planning.
No?
We were shocking. I was reading the Times, bringing this back to New York City. I was reading the Times and recently, and also I have driven on this road. I don't even know what road. It's like the BQE or
Okay.
did you see there? There's a section, a controversial like section of it might be the BQE or something by Brooklyn Heights. There is that the BQE?
Yeah, that they need to fix it.
That
And
they
the
need to
problem
fix.
is that it hangs over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the BQE?
Yeah, it's a BQE.
Have you been on that road?
Yeah, sure, many times.
Yeah. So
Recently.
that's right. It's literally
No, but I mean, the problem is just that it needs to be repaired, and it's such a used thoroughfare. How
Right.
do you shut that down?
But
what do you
it-
do with all that traffic?
right. But like the problem, right? So they built this highway on like levels, right?
Yeah.
They built it because it's
And
not
then,
a normal
the Brooklyn Heights Promenade is on top of it.
right.
Yeah.
And then underneath it is highway, and they didn't expect the volume of traffic.
No one expects volume of traffic in New York City.
But that's what I mean. It's poor planning. And then, but it's not just like you can just shut it down and because literally like pieces are falling off.
Yeah.
And
Have
it's-
you been on the subway recently?
Yes, but if pieces are falling off the subway, who cares? Like what I mean,
Well, I mean, they're both systems that were created for a different population 100 years ago, and trying to fix them now is really difficult.
right? But but you increase the volume of passengers in the subway. That doesn't change it'll still run. But this road
But if you
literally
want to shut
can't.
it down for a certain amount of time to fix something, then
Yes.
you've.
But there's plenty of other
lives.
easy lines. Like these are people in
Right.
cars,
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah,
places.
yeah. And the BQE is already a disaster.
Yeah. So I would say that's not a good example of urban planning.
I don't know. Okay.
Do you
I
think they
when
should
it
figure that
opened,
out?
It worked well, and then it just
And then
I don't know.
Yeah. But here's another one. Did you read The Power Broker?
Yes, Robert Caro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Moses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so there's another guy. Bad. There's and my wife I convinced her after years to read it. It's a long book.
It's a big book.
I really liked it.
It's a hefty tome.
Yeah, hefty tome. I remember the first time I picked it up. It's over 1,000 pages, and I remember I was sitting on the subway with that book.
Oh, and someone tried to talk to you about it.
Someone
shut them down.
No, so I was like, I turned it. It was like page 1. It's like over 1,000 pages. I think it's like probably a famous opening line. And I started reading, and some guy sat down next to me, and he was like, "Oh, you're in for a real treat," or something like that. And I really liked it.
And you did not respond though.
I
because you
said,
do
"Go
not
away."
talk to people talking about your books in the subway.
Go away. I really liked the book,
That's terrifying.
and but it's an example also of just like how to ruin a neighborhood.
So many neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yep. It is.
Um,
To put bridges up on paths to the beach so that buses can't get to the beach.
Can't get to the beach.
Because you don't want people who would take buses to go to the beach. Oh my gosh.
And like whole sections of the Bronx, just like splitting it in half.
Yep.
Creating problems where there used to be nice communities,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
now.
All of a sudden one side can't get to the other. Yep.
Here's my thought about this. We're back to current events. Where there's a war going on.
What? Oh, this is a pick-me-up podcast. I just want to say I love the distraction.
Well,
joking around with you.
well,
So
no,
are
but
you saying if there were no war, things would be
well,
better?
I have a solution.
Oh.
So that's a good sign.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
I may have solved the Mideast problem.
Oh.
But in order to solve
To
the
have
problem,
good minds finally focus on this. To solve the problem.
you need to address the problem, the original difficulties.
How far back are we going?
I don't know. I'm not an expert in the area.
Thousands of years, though.
Well, as far as I've been alive, those people have been fighting
Not
constantly.
being an expert in the area has never stopped you from having an opinion.
Well,
A solution.
yes.
What's your solution?
First of all, as a very amateur person in that subject, I am
Please,
I am
tell
a
us
Jew,
how you feel.
and yet for a Jewish person, I have very little knowledge of Israel.
Okay.
Never
Have
been
you
there.
been? Never been?
No, never been there. Never want to go. Never will go. Never. No interest. But I will say, as I consider myself a layman in this field.
Yeah, we get that. I think we could even sense that without the announcement. Yeah.
But as a layman, literally, it would take you about 5 minutes. It strikes me that the whole enterprise was ill-conceived from day one.
Define enterprise. The creation of Israel?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Well, they seem to have been fighting forever since, and that
It's
seems
supposed
to be
a safe haven for persecuted peoples. What a beautiful idea.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that it doesn't seem to have worked out according to plan, 100%. I mean, there is a war currently.
The war is not in Israel.
No, but there's a lot of fighting. It doesn't seem to stop either. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're saying.
Anyway,
so your solution?
My solution, well, here's the other issue. As a Jew, I feel like I can say this. Jewish people they're not good at compromises. Okay? Anybody who's been to Zabar's, right? Okay?
Hey, I go to Zabar's.
Yes. Okay, let's take another store.
Okay. B&H Photo.
B&H Photo. There's a lot. Okay, they're known. This may be a stereotype, but
I believe you are. Yes, this is a stereotype.
This is a generalization.
Okay.
But I mean, haggling. Let's
But
say.
perhaps compromises haven't gone well for them. That's the.
Well, I don't think the negotiating table is a natural environment
I see.
for my people.
So where should your people meet?
Well, that's a good question.
Because they have an incredible. I mean, the Mossad is an incredible organization. So
That's a good question. I think rather than looking to the negotiating table, they should be which is not a natural.
I feel like that's not where they are either. I feel they're sending out a lot of weapons.
No, but historically they've tried that.
Yes.
Right, and it hasn't worked out. I suggest I'm just saying they should try other things.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe a negotiating table covered in subs from Atlantic City might really boost the mood.
Well, good you point that out.
And the economy of Atlantic City.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should like try other like community building. Go start small. I was thinking like community like mahjong tournaments.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to a mahjong player.
Like sports things, youth sports, like just
they do
more.
that. They have like an orchestra of Israeli Palestinian kids. Yeah,
I think that would go better.
You think that would go better?
Yes,
unencumbered by the facts. You've got.
Well, you have been. You've lived in New York and have been to say. Well, I don't know Zabar's. Maybe that's the wrong Fairway. What are? Have you been to places where there a lot of haggling Jewish folks?
I don't know that would stand out so much, but haggling is not.
You've seen Seinfeld, though.
I have seen some Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
And they're always haggling over stuff.
They are always, like any sentence that starts with "they are always," it's just such trouble.
These are my people.
These are your people.
Yeah. So I feel I can speak with ease about this subject. Because I mean, I know that maybe it's a generalization.
A likely story, yeah.
But you don't.
Okay, but I'm glad that you're putting your mind to this. And
well, listen, if I solve this, will you nominate me for the Nobel Prize?
Oh, I will nominate you for the FIFA Peace Prize. That's where we're going. There's only been one other winner, and you're going to be number 2.
What about that job that whatchamacallit has?
Oh, would you like to be special envoy of the of the Shield for the Americas?
Yeah. Well, listen, if I win the Nobel...
You're going to step over me and my aspirations and dreams? And
were you looking for that job?
Oh, you don't remember that? I was looking...
Well, listen.
Special envoy for the Shield of the Americas. Yes, I will nominate you for that.
If I win...
You and Jared Kushner are going to do great work.
Yes. Well, will you come to the ceremony in Oslo?
I will come, and I won't even be rude or stand up and hoot and holler. I will be the utmost appropriate guest. Yep.
And then you will say
and then I will say the words you want to hear.
What's that?
You were right.
I was right.
You were right.
Mahjong tournaments was the answer.
That was the answer. Going to the Hue and setting out those tables full of people playing mahjong.
What's the Hue?
The place I spoke about the other week where all the gamers show up on the weekends because there are lots of empty tables indoors. I
think I'm just thinking community building is a better idea.
I agree. And I have to say, so my honey plays chess and always talked about the fact that you're equal at the chessboard and you've got a 70-year-old grandmaster playing a 12-year-old kid who's great from their school and everyone's equal and they have something to talk about and they're meeting over a level playing field and you don't know what's going to happen. So yes, I agree. I think having a game between people is wonderful.
Does he play? He plays chess?
He does.
With little kids?
Not currently, but a lot of tournaments have a whole range of
Does he literally sit across the chess table like a 12-year-old nerd?
He was the 12-year-old sitting across the chess table. Yeah. It's great.
What do they talk about?
The game.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Nothing. No other common interests, huh?
Who knows? There's nothing else to talk about. You could talk about chess for life. There may be loads of common interests, but it's a great way for people to spend time together who are from different walks of life.
And make peace.
And that's what you're talking about.
Peace.
And make peace.
Well, they blew up the chicken man in Philly last night. Now they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're getting ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble out on the promenade, and the gambling commission's hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Well, now everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair pretty, and meet me tonight in
I have family in the Midwest, and I
Yes.
spend a lot of time in the Midwest.
Yes.
And do you know the game cornhole?
Yes.
Yeah, so love cornhole.
Okay. Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that's a Midwestern game?
Well, that's where I learned to play it. I don't know if it's a Midwestern game, but it's big. It's big.
Okay.
So I saw the story in the paper, and I thought, well, I'm going to read you the start of the headline.
Okay.
You finish it for me,
All right.
okay?
Yeah.
Quadruple amputee cornhole champion.
What is that? What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to finish it. What's this news story about the quadruple amputee cornhole champion?
I don't know. Wins national title. What's
Facing murder charges in
What?
fatal shooting.
not the way I had expected that to go?
That's
Wait,
like
what?
a Phil Pivot, right?
Wait,
right?
say that again. Quadruple.
Quadruple amputee
Where are you reading this
cornhole
news?
champion. ABC.
That's fake news.
No. I thought it was the kind of story you would like, but I
Wait,
thought it was also
quadruple what?
amputee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a head. Wait.
Well, no. So had sepsis as a baby and hands and feet gone.
Oh, just hands, not arms and legs.
Amputated from 4 limbs, but just hands and feet.
Okay.
Pretty much. Kind of maybe forearms.
Yeah.
Didn't get deep in the
Okay.
details. But a cornhole champion, but not like a cornhole champion of like Paralympics, but a true cornhole champion of the highest water. Facing murder charges. So shot. So he's in his 20s, and he shot the passenger in his van, and there were 2 people in the back, like passengers in the back, and he was like, "Hey, help me get rid of the front seat passenger," and they were like, "No," and they ran away. And I guess there was no way to stop them from running away if you're a quadruple amputee. And so they reported him to the cops, and finally, somehow he'd driven away. He got the body dumped somewhere else, but they found him.
Where was this?
Maryland.
Wait, I think you said it was Midwestern. Oh, but that's just cornhole.
Is to me.
But
it's
he's
so
a
Midwestern.
cornhole champion.
Yeah, and a really amazing cornhole champion. Like, that's done phenomenally, and was like, there's a big documentary about him on ESPN in 2023. That's why I mentioned it. I thought, like, you're the ESPN kind of guy. He was the best cornhole player in Maryland in 2020. He's competed in the American Cornhole League World Championships. He's like,
how do you do cornhole if you're an amputee?
It's a good question.
I guess
don't
a
know.
fake, hand or something.
I don't know. No, I think he used what he had to toss things. I'm not sure.
So
anyway, I just was not expecting that. When
Neither
I was like,
I.
"Oh, cornhole's in the news. This is great." And
Yeah,
I
you
was
don't
like, "Ooh,
link cornhole with murder.
Yeah.
Murder and
We
cornhole,
didn't.
not typical.
We did not link cornhole and murder. That has changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cornhole's like just a fun backyard game.
Oh, such a fun backyard game.
I mean, I won't go overboard, but I mean, if it's there, I'll play it. It's not
it's sort of a variation of shuffleboard, right? You're aiming,
yeah,
and then you can knock each other off, and you can,
yeah,
and you get points, and you switch sides.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of movement and walking, and it's great. It's great.
yes.
Until I don't know the backstory. I don't know why he was so mad at his passenger, and I hope it wasn't cornhole related.
A
because that would be
cornhole
sad.
conflict.
Yeah, cornhole vengeance or vendetta.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard.
I
It's
like
hard.
cornhole conflict. That's a good alliteration.
Yes, I didn't know. I mean, it's hard to get in a cornhole battle. I mean, like a verbal argument.
Who knows?
I don't even
play it
know
enough.
controversy. That I mean, either it goes in
Cornhole
the
controversy. You're getting better and better at this.
either it goes in the fucking hole or it doesn't. Right?
Or but you knock the other right. Oh, you're right. How do you argue like
yeah.
points? But yeah, it's pretty clear what happens in the game. Anyway,
yeah, go ahead.
I know that's it. It's just that's
Oh.
it.
That's a good one. I didn't know of that case, and so he's awaiting like trial or something.
Yeah, he's been arraigned on like first and second degree murder, which I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not a lawyer, so one person dead.
You're a
but-
healer.
Oh my god, I nearly forgot. And thank you. Thank
No,
you.
but
Oh, and
yes.
speaking of healers,
Yeah.
he was arrested in the
Yeah.
hospital. He'd
Okay.
gone to a hospital,
right.
and so he was surrounded by healers when the cops came in. I wonder why he was there and what happened. But
No, well, that's a good. I have to investigate this story for myself.
others are investigating, and you're busy with the Mideast,
Yeah.
so that's okay. But
I
I
don't-
can update you as
Yeah,
as
that's a lot to
need be.
juggle.
Yeah, that might be too much
yeah.
to juggle.
Okay, well that's a good story. I don't follow. I haven't been ever since that crime in Florida that I talked about before.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been. I need a new crime to focus on because I often like true crime.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for the next one. I did read about and watch a little of the trial at the gym. Like I sit there at the gym on the recumbent bike and I watch some of the trials. And there was one like a few months, or last month maybe, in Virginia where the FBI, I think it was an FBI agent or something, and he shot his wife, or he was having an affair. And it was a very convoluted and a terrible fucking plan. Like he was having an affair with the au pair. And
what?
Do you remember this?
No.
It was I think it was last month. And they hired.
It wasn't the guy from Bush. It wasn't Ryan
Reynolds?
No. Who's the
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ex-husband of Uma Thurman. Everyone has an affair with the au pair.
Oh, is that class?
But there's not usually murder involved.
No, and not only murder, but like it was the plan was to they put her name on like a fetish website, and they said she likes like some sort of violent sex.
Oh yeah.
Does this ring a bell?
Oh yes, it does.
And yes,
oh my gosh.
It was a cornhole player.
It was not a cornhole.
No, but
player.
yes, and the guy came and he was attracted by the ad, and he came and the two of them, the au pair and the guy, were waiting for him, and they just like shot both or killed both.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was convicted. So for those of you looking to knock off your spouse, don't do it that way.
Don't do it through the classified ads. Don't. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, and no cornhole involved. But that's crazy. So I'll have to look
unless
back.
That's a euphemism for something. But,
yeah. Go St. John's. We have some, let's call it infrastructure.
Are we going from urban planning? You're just
and
dialing down from the 30,000 foot view straight down to what?
No, I was just thinking because we have in my apartment here in New York City, there's access to a roof.
Oh,
yeah, there is access to a roof in our apartment, and I was just musing the other day, standing on the roof, and thinking about things I'll never do with this roof. Like raise wild animals.
Is this a short list of things you would never do on this roof? Raise wild animals,
and imprison people.
Wild animals. Have people pay to watch me fight wild animals on the roof.
Yes, okay. The short list of options is create a small prison and have prisoners. No, I was thinking I want to get a pig. But just have it walk around.
You're like, but not on this roof. Not on this roof.
No, but I saw something. There's some people who do some. This is a tribute to like the.
You can have pigeons.
That's pigeons. Yes, that's historically in New York. That's a thing people do. They're resourceful people in New York. I saw something recently. There is a guy who makes honey on roofs.
There are a lot of people who keep bees on
Yes.
roofs. Yeah.
But like I saw some video, like a short, like a little documentary about a guy who he has like
Always learning.
yes, bee. What do you call those things? Honey
Hives?
apiary. Is that it?
Sure.
Like on
Wow.
different roofs, like throughout the city.
Yeah.
Like there's some in Union. He has like one in
Or
Union
like
Square.
urban honey.
Same guy.
Okay, yeah.
So he'll
go from
and he
place to
goes and
place.
collects the honey at. So that's a very
Well,
resourceful
what if
kind of
he
thing.
buzzed your buzzer and said,
Oh.
I would like to put...
He could use a roof for the honey.
You might even go volunteer your roof then. And then
Yeah.
you'd have to come through and get access to your roof all the time.
That's true. And also, do you think the neighbors would that affect, like if you were walking on the street, would there be bees like all over the place?
No one complains about this. And I feel like this is a thing that people do have beehives or what was your fancy word? Apiaries on their roofs. And no one says, oh, the bees in the neighborhood are driving
That's
me
true.
crazy.
Maybe it's too high up. It
Yeah,
wouldn't affect you if
Well,
you're on.
I wonder how they choose because they've got to go find sources of pollen and honey. So
that's true.
That's interesting.
How they choose who? Oh, how they choose where to put
the bees. Yeah, where to put the bees because the bees have to go find something to make the honey with.
Yes, that's true.
Interesting.
Maybe cornholers. Corn.
And then cornholers. Maybe then you would also be asked to plant flowers all over your roof.
Oh, that's better.
That would be beautiful.
How bad is that? I mean, that can't. How bad is
bad.
flowers?
I have to say, the first time I saw, I don't think it's called an apiary, but
Okay.
I saw, I don't know, but beehives, sort of urban beehives. There was
Yeah.
a friend's house, a friend who, her mother is just the most elegant woman and just beautiful decorations everywhere and lovely bones of every house they've ever lived in. And I looked in their backyard and was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. They have discarded cabinets in their backyard. But it's in fact, she was
Yeah.
a beekeeper. It was the first beekeever I saw, I don't know, 30 years ago.
Yeah, they look like cabinets.
They look like drawers.
Yeah,
that you
there's a
pull out.
guy, and we rented our house in Cape. It was one of the early houses we rented in Cape Cod, from this farmer, and he made honey, and he showed me the whole setup.
Which
It's
is
like it takes a lot of labor. It's cabinets,
Yeah.
and they have these little like these trays you pull out.
Yeah,
right?
and then the bees fly off and you take
Yeah.
the honeycomb. Yeah, pretty cool.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm probably not doing anything with it, but
So that's what you were thinking of for your
that
roof?
or the urban prison.
No, yeah, good, good. I have a quadruple amputee for you. Ooh, and the murderouse. They may need a safe place to be.
Good point. I could rent it out to a South American strongman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not allowed to have drones unless you're the cops or the
What do you mean
official
drone?
in New York City.
Drone, like the
You
the
can't
things
put
you
up drones to figure out who's on roofs.
Oh.
That's illegal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Unless you're the cops.
Uh-huh.
So you could hide a lot up there.
That's true.
But
Oh,
not from
yeah.
the cops.
Who knew? I could.
But if someone's trying to hide out, they could hide out there so long as they're not hiding out from the cops.
yes.
And there are a lot of people hiding out from a lot of other people. There's
Yeah.
no popo involved.
Yeah. No, it's a clean space that it's almost like a perfect way to commit the perfect crime.
Thank goodness. Just don't tell everybody about it on the air. That's all that matters. You are scot-free.
Keep it down.
Beautiful.
2020. He thought he could get away with it, but what were you saying about potholes?
Oh, you ready?
I thought you had a pothole update.
I have such an incredible
Okay.
pothole because you
Yeah.
talked about potholes, which
I did.
got me spiraling into sinkholes, which is so bad.
Well, I'll let you. When you ride on potholes are just a bane of my existence, like daily on my bike.
Yeah. And yet, did you feel like they got any better this week?
Not really.
Because last weekend was the second pothole blitz in New York City.
What do you mean? Just like they suddenly
the
appear?
the opposite. No, the Department of Transportation had this pothole blitz.
Yeah.
Where they sent out all these crews and they filled like over 7,000 potholes. 7,200 potholes last weekend. And it was the second time they've done this. And they're going to keep doing this where it's like sort of the same number they would fill in a week with these crews. But they're like, Saturday, we're all doing it. And they went out and they filled all these potholes over the 5 boroughs. And they're going to keep doing these blitzes where they spend one day on the weekend just covering all the potholes. So if you call 311,
Yes.
they say it's I do not believe this fact, but they say it's a average time of 2 days for that pothole you report to be filled.
But
Isn't that amazing?
First of all, I didn't notice. I mean, So is it just like a crew of like a few people with like how do you fill in a
So there
pothole?
are 80 crews out there on the street.
Yeah.
You've got your hot tar.
Yeah.
And then they sort of seal it on the edges. So they fill it up and
Yeah.
then they seal it, and then it's supposed to harden and just.
But you
become
don't
road
need
surface.
that roller thing. You
No,
just
no,
need
no,
just
no,
like
no.
like hot.
Yeah. You just need to shovel that stuff in there. And
I wonder if they like what is bad enough for them to get a crew over there. You know what I'm saying?
you call 311 and they're like, "What? That's bad enough." Because how many people don't call? The pothole that someone calls about, that's serious. But here's the part that is the sort of the codicil that ruins everything, where it's like, despite rapid repairs, the high volume of traffic and water seepage means some areas require multiple repairs. So you may have your pothole repaired and then it may reappear. And
Oh wait, on the same hole?
yeah. Because it's still going to freeze and thaw and the ice is going to leak in and it's going to crack.
Well, but from now on, the weather's probably is going to be more just
I love
moderate.
your optimism. You were so good. Yes, you
Well-
are right. And the potholes are going to get filled and everything's better.
Well, here's my other. Why don't we just go fill our own potholes? Like,
Yes, that was my next question.
Really?
If you could stop focusing on the Middle East and St. John's and urban planning and just fill your goddamn potholes.
I mean,
Yes.
if it's not like you need that. I know sometimes when you go in the street and you see that like fancy rolling machine they have and everything, but like that guy has to drive it. But what do you call those?
It's more the steamroller.
Yeah.
It's
What is
I
it?
think it's more the material that you need. I think you need the hot tar.
You don't think that like I could put tar in a
don't
pot?
think I could put tar in a pot, throw it out my window?
Wait, so hold on. So if I just take a pot and make tar and bring it to if there's a pothole in front of my building, you don't think that would work?
I think that would work.
Solve my own problem.
Solve your own problem. And I think maybe fill it with some gravel or something serious that then you apply a thin layer of tar around to stick it all together. Yeah, sure.
They probably discourage that.
Well, you know what would be great? It'd be like the opposite of the Christmas mulch, where everyone puts out their Christmas trees and then they turn it into mulch.
Yeah.
In Central Park. It should be like Central Park tar, and everyone goes and picks up the tar and then brings it back to their potholes.
Well, you have to melt it, or you have to heat it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they've got it heated. Like let's say they have some big churning.
Like a cauldron of tar.
Yes, exactly.
And then
cauldron of tar.
And they give you like some kind of
well, you
heat-proof
bring
receptacle.
your own receptacle.
yeah.
Your own. Or what if you get on a list and you get a text saying tar van showing up soon, and then they show up, they pour it in your pothole, and you have to smooth it out and make it nice and keep people away from it for a few hours while it hardens.
It sounds dangerous.
Oh, this is a community activity. What if we did this with the Israelis and the
And you toast marshmallows on top of the tar?
and the
Yeah.
and then they could toast marshmallows
And you play mahjong.
and then they could play mahjong.
Oh, that sounds good.
I really like this. I don't think mahjong itself is the healing power. I think it's more.
No, it's the activity.
Yeah, it's having something to bring them together.
It could be anything. Any game with tiles.
Any pothole that needs filling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So yes, pothole. They have potholes in Israel, probably.
I don't know.
Don't you think? Oh, does
You
it not
haven't been
freeze?
there? I haven't been there.
Is there no?
Oh yeah, it's probably.
Do you need cold weather for potholes?
You don't need it, but it really helps
Yeah.
in terms of accelerating.
Maybe I bet all those bombs create potholes.
That's a different kind of hole. Yes, I think you're right. And I think
Giants.
people are not supposed to go near
Yeah.
the holes.
Exploded
For like
material.
unexploded
Yes.
material. Yeah.
But let's just say a piece of shrapnel blew open a small hole and it's creating issues for your e-bike over there. Then like the community can
suddenly
get
it's
together.
all about you. Okay, yes, keep going.
No, but the community, Palestinians and Israelis alike, can go and fill in that little pothole.
If the Palestinians are allowed to cross the border at the right hour to help
Yes.
with the manual labor. Yep,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, so there's pothole news.
But there's our New York City pothole news.
There's a
I
New York
thought
City
that was
pothole news.
Oh.
Yeah?
I
Go
want to
ahead.
give a stupid update. I mean, stupid
okay.
because I'm stupid.
What's the issue?
It's what I said last week.
What's that?
I was trying to be all Midwest, and I was talking about the South Dakota team that. In
Oh,
Division
did you get
2.
something wrong?
Oh, did I get anything right? So, it's not South Dakota State. It was Black Hills State University. So in South Dakota, in the Black Hills,
They were in the basketball tournament?
Division 2, and they've made it
Oh.
to the Elite 8. But I also, there's something that we like in our house, which are the various teams that have the slogan, fear the blank.
Yeah.
And so I said fear the flock, I think, which is a Eastern Maryland team.
Okay.
But they're actually the Yellow Jackets. So it's fear the sting.
Oh.
So Black Hills State.
I think Georgia Tech is it Georgia Tech? What's Georgia Tech? Is that yellow? I don't know.
I don't know.
So they're the Yellow Jackets.
So they're the Yellow Jackets of the Black Hills State University, and they're feel the sting. And they beat Dallas Baptist. If you remember that game, were you watching that game?
No,
you weren't. But now they're going to be in the.
How would you?
Finals.
I won't go on about this, but like, how would you recruit? Do you think most of their athletes come from the area?
Oh, excellent question. And yes, I don't know if they have any money or wherewithal to recruit.
So I mean, how many like good?
But these are farm boys. They are tall. They are strong. They come by it naturally. They're not in it for the money, like all these kids being paid at St. John's.
Yeah. Well, in the first round game in the tournament, they played Northern Iowa, and they said like 5 of the players were from Iowa, or I don't know, the whole state or northern, whatever. But I mean, so yes, so they're not, not recruiting necessarily.
They're just good coaching.
Yes.
Like Patino's a good coach.
Yes. But money talks, and that's when you get the best players.
Well, now, that's so interesting.
Yeah. So we'll be right back.
Well, I'm a king, babe, buzzing around your hive. Well, I'm a king, baby, buzzing around your hive. Yeah, I can make honey, baby. Let me come inside. Well, I'm a king, babe. Want you to be my queen. Well, I'm a king, baby. Want you to be my queen. Together we can make honey.
So, some just housekeeping, I guess.
Oh, you. When I think of you, I think housekeeper.
Yes. We're taking the week off. It's spring break next week, so don't expect a podcast. That's item 1.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Item 2 is the merch store is expanded and full of delightful items.
I have to say, that is so true. And you told me about items I didn't even know about tonight.
Yes.
And
phone cases and T-shirts and hoodies.
And I want to thank people, like you said, people have ordered this, that, the other thing.
Mugs.
And I was like, I didn't know that existed. And thank you for putting that on.
Yeah, no, we've had
ordering people.
We've had some orders. Thank you for your orders. I'm trying to think what we have in there, but it's a veritable
there was
online.
An apron. I thought that was
an apron,
very
an apron, a bucket hat.
Wearing the combination.
Wear your bucket hat and while you're on your phone with the phone case.
Outdoor barbecue with a bucket hat and the apron, protecting yourself from the sun and from the grill.
And what was the other thing? Oh, what are those? Earbud case? Earbud case.
Me?
No. It's
something
endless.
for everyone.
Yeah, for the whole family.
Great.
So
it's Treehouse merch.
Oh yeah, Treehouse.
Printful.
Merch.printful.me.
Okay, great.
Go get your merch.
Awesome.
And then we'll have a haiku.
Yeah.
Did you write this? Okay, we'll be back. We do this on the fly. Okay, we're back with the haiku of the week.
All right, so this is some, advice.
Okay.
Bringing people together. Anyway.
Okay.
Rainy day with kids? Go to Atlantic City and fill some potholes.
Okay. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Miss you.
Bye.